Hey everybody, Concealed Tactics here. Thought I would try something now with a new video that I can do some things that I couldn't do before. Other than show you my big stomach here. I'm working on it, guys. I know, I gotta lose some weight. Tuna and salad's getting pretty boring. But picked up got my new Glock 19, and the slide lock I'm not real fond of. I like the extended slide lock. So let's see if we can get this in a little bit. And by the way, guys, any technical difficulties, this is all new to me. I just got this camera and I don't know how to use it real well. So as you can see, let's see if this focuses. I gotta learn how to do this too. This slide lock, or slide release, what some people call. Some people complain it's only a slide lock. It's not meant to release the gun. That's why Glock keeps them so flush. Well, to be honest with you, I understand the concept that you should always pull over the, once it's racked back like this, you should release it like that. But I like the option in case this hand is ever injured and I couldn't do that. How would I release this? This does not give you very much traction. Okay. That does not give you much traction. If you can see, it's very, very flush with the gun. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace it today with, oops, well, with this. Oh, sorry about that. Dropped it, huh? We're going to replace it with this one. As you can see, this one has not, let's see if we can get that to focus, not much, but a little bit more of a bump there. And that's just enough. So we're going to go through how to do that. I am by no means a Glock arm or anything, but Glocks are pretty easy to strip down compared to like a 1911 or something like that. So there's lots of videos on this out there. There's some great videos. But while we're doing it, I might as well show you everything. Basically, obviously, gun is clear. With a Glock, you need to press the trigger always in a safe direction, and that's a safe direction. So, on a Glock, there is a little slide right there, and one on the other side. What you have to do is take, after the triggers are pressed, pull that back a little bit, and then you pull both those down at the same time. That slides forward, and this is your upper slide with your springs and all that, and your barrel. We're not working on this part today, so I'm not going to worry about showing you how to, do anything on this. What we're focusing on this part. This has got, come on, focus, 2 pins, an upper pin and a lower pin. This little slide release, or slide lock, whatever you want to call it. Let's see if I can get it to focus as close. I don't know. Still working on learning this camera, guys, sorry. This little slide release, the slide lock, is really held under this bottom pin here. And it's usually very simple. Sometimes you got to pull out both pins to get it to work, but for the most part, really you just pop out this pin, pull this out, and pop in the other one. So, let's see how that works. Basically, this is just the Glock tool I got, that comes with them. Doesn't take much. Sometimes you got to wiggle it around a little bit. Okay. This is being stubborn for some apparent reason. I do not know why. Usually they're not this hard. But this is a new gun, so maybe I've never taken this one out before. Okay, we're going to cheat. I wish I had a better table. Hold on a second. Okay, well, sorry about that. I had to put it on pause for a second. It's a little tougher than I thought. I didn't want you to watch me fighting with it. So basically, what you're going to do is, whoops, come on, focus. This is a new one, and I haven't really pulled this one apart yet, and this pin was pretty tight, and as you can see, it just pops through. This pin, oh, where the heck is it? Let's see if we can get the focus here. This pin's got little tiny bumps on it, and it's the bigger of the two. This holds in your slide lock. Now, normally it just comes right out, but usually sometimes that spring's still stuck underneath there, so you have to pop out this top pin. And this pin's a little bit smaller. Hopefully you can see that. Let's see if I can see the pins. That one's a little bit smaller than the bottom one. And you should be able to pull this out. But you see how it's, this one it's sort of stuck. I can't do that. If you get right underneath this housing here. Let's see if I can, come on, focus. There is, if you get right underneath here, all you have to do is lift up right here, and it'll lift up this housing, and then this will slide right, whoops, that slides right out. Where the heck is the angle there? That comes right out. Sorry guys, still new to the camera thing. Let's back that off a little bit. So that slides right out, and that's just the spring. Then you just take your new one here. You can slide that housing back in now. And you want to replace this top pin first. Because what this spring does is it actually rides underneath that pin. Okay? So when it's in there, it's underneath there like that, and that's what gives it the spring tension. So that's how that works. So you need to replace this top pin first, if you do have to take it out like I did. And sometimes they come right out, sometimes they don't. Now, all you have to do is take the new one. There's a little groove. I don't know if you can see it. Come on, focus. A little groove right down there where all this slides into. Like that. See, there it's in there. Now this pin holds this housing and this pin in there. All we have to do is, this pin is really tight, guys. It's never been taken out before. So, and I will not lie, sometimes you gotta wiggle this a little bit to get it going. But I'll tell you, this was a, there we go. Oops. Dropped some. Okay guys, sorry about that. I was having an issue. Believe it or not, I've never had this problem, but I was having an issue getting this pin back in. So I put it on pause for a second. I want to show you why. Now, the pin goes right back in and then your slide working, okay? Sometimes you just need a little more effort here. And sometimes you need to wiggle this lever, wiggle the slide lock to get it in a little bit while you're pushing that pin in, which is normal. But for some reason, I could not get that pin in. So what I had to do is I had to stop the camera for a minute because I had to look, and I found that on the old pin, or on the new one, come on, focus. that little hole there, which is really strange from the manufacturer, it had a little burr on it, believe it or not. Just a little tad. Wasn't very much. Not sure why. But it was enough that I couldn't just put the pin in normally, so I had to take a little tool and ream it out a little bit just to make sure it was the right size, and so it took me a minute to go get that to do that. So that was odd. I've never had that happen. I've never had it on a part like that. But I mean, it was just so small, but just enough that I couldn't. It wouldn't let me put this back in. So there's your extended slide release or slide lock, however you want to say it. You can see how it sticks out just a bit more, making it accessible. And we can put our gun back together. Sorry, I'm trying to do this in front of the camera. I'm new to this. So there we go. We're back. Oops. That didn't work out right, huh? Okay. Functional once again. And there we go. Everything's working. Sorry for some of the bad camera footage and mistakes here. I am not used to working with the camera on my side trying to function. I'm trying not to hit the tripod and do things, so I give credit to all these guys who've been doing it for years now that I'm watching on the channels and make it look like it's pretty easy working behind the camera or to the side of it and different things. But there you go. That's how you put on the extended slide lock. As you can see, a lot more meat than what the other one gives you. I mean, I know this is technically the right way, but I like to have the option to be able to do that in case something ever happens to my other hand. It's not much, but it's just enough. Alright, hope that was good. Got the new camera. Let me know if you think this is looking better than the old stuff. We got some really good stuff coming up in February and March and stuff. Hopefully we're getting some more instructional videos up. I'm going to be trying to get some things up with, you know, maybe how to use your flashlight like a Kubotan or your belly song in different ways. And now that I have this, and hopefully if I can get some people to help me demo and some other things, we'll be able to do a lot more. Again, a new chapter here and a new learning experience how to use the camera and stuff, so bear with me. I'm not really sure of all of its functions, nor do I know everything about videoing, which is pretty obvious here. Alright, Concealed Tactics out. Hope you enjoyed this. This is a little, you know, tip. Sorry for the few breaks that were in there. Normally I don't run across those problems. Putting that in, that was actually a very strange problem, having a burr inside there. I should have checked it before, but I figured, yeah, I've never had an issue before changing these, but that was a new one. So, alright guys, just how to do that. You guys have a good day. Bye.